This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Hello, all. Good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning.
Yeah. Able to see my screen, everyone?
Very able to see.
Yeah. Let us. Today we are going to discuss about AMIs. Amazon Mission Images. Fine. So hope everyone created account, right? Till now, any challenges? Saturday, someone pinged me, and still I'm unable to create account. So facing issues with the payment. So hope everyone created account, right? Still any challenges to create account? AWS account? Fine. So you can create as soon as possible because we are going services one by one, right? So if you still not created, so you will miss some sessions. Practice you will be missing. You will miss some practice because so day by day every service we go deep dive. So you need to practice parallelly. Otherwise, you will be confused. You will confused because once more to advanced topics. Okay. So this topic, small basic things will forget. Will forget that. So again, you need to, if you want to recollect, it will take some time, right? So you need to practice parallelly. So otherwise, you will miss. You will, yeah, get some confusions. Okay, fine. So basically, AMIs. Yeah. So what is AMI? So when we talk about AMIs, okay. So while creating instance, we use AMIs, right? Amazon Mission Images. Go to console here. Yeah. So when you want to launch an instance, by the time we use AMIs. So click on launch instance. So these are the AMIs. These are the predefined AMIs, right? So which are provided by AWS. So when you want to create this AMI using this AMI, so when you select this AMI, we get these packages, whatever package is available with this instance, with this AMI. So we get this packages, right? So yeah, these are the predefined. But here my requirement is I don't want to use predefined AMIs. I want to use customized AMI. I want to use my own image, my own AMI, right? Yeah. Before that, basically, what is AMI? What is the definition of AMI? So Amazon Mission Image is a master image for creation of virtual servers in the AWS environment. The mission images are like templates. So in VMware environment, we'll use templates. Template means it is a master copy. Template means master copy. Using the template, so first we'll create one template. Using the template, we can create a number of servers. The template which we are creating, so we can create in customized way. So as per our requirement, project requirement, we create templates. Okay. And the templates we can use for further server patients. Okay. Yeah. So the mission images are like templates that are configured within operating system and other softwares which determines the operating system. Okay, fine. So now I give you a small example so that you will understand better. Okay. So for example, Yeah, I have some project. For example, Java project. So in this project, I have one. Yeah, I'm preparing some. I'm working on some POC here. So it is a first project. I'm preparing some POC. So we know that what is POC? Proof of concept. We discussed already this, right? Yeah. So in this POC, so we have three development servers, and three QA servers, and three servers are production servers, prod servers. So we are working on some POC. Okay. So in development servers, we have installed some packages like Java we installed, okay, Git we installed, and Ansible we installed. Also, one more package which is Tomcat. Tomcat we configured on this server, okay. So some Ant also we installed, Ant package also we installed, right? So this is development server. These are the development servers. We installed all the packages here. Okay, we configured all the packages. So we installed all the plugins. We set environment variables. Everything is prepared here in these three servers. Okay, and also QA servers. We have three servers. In these servers, we have installed testing tools. Okay, and also production servers. We installed some prod applications. Right. So we are working on some POC. So once this POC is success, we get some requirement, use requirement. So once it is success, once it is approved by our client, so we get use requirement. Okay. So by the time when we get requirement, by the time we required development servers, we required 100 servers. QA servers required 100. Also we required production servers also, we required 100 servers. Right. So in this case, creation of server is 1 minute job. You can create n number of servers within 1 minute only in cloud. But we need to configure all these packages, right? Java we need to install, Git we need to install, Ansible we need to install, and Tomcat, whatever we require the packages, we need to install, configure all these packages. That will take time, right? So creating server it's very easier job, but installing package configuration of packages taking more time. To avoid this kind of time, this situation, we use AMIs. Okay, so to avoid this time consumption situation, we use AMIs. So what we will do here, so we convert this mission, one server, into this development servers. We have three servers, right? We can convert one server into AMI, Amazon Mission Image. So also QA server, we can convert into AMI. Also production server, we can convert into AMI. So once we convert this servers into AMI, using this AMI, whenever we got requirement, we can create n number of servers using this AMI. Clear? Any questions here? So it is very simple. So we are preparing some master copy. Using this server, we are preparing master copy. So whenever we got requirement, using this master copy, we can create the servers. So we can create servers as well as packages also will be available. So when we create using this AMI, so along with the server, the packages also will be available. Clear? Any questions here? Anyone? Fine. So now let us go and do lab. Okay, so we can create AMIs, customized AMIs. Yeah, first what we'll do, we'll take one server, Ubuntu server will take. Okay, already we worked on Amazon Linux, right? So we can take Ubuntu mission. So this is our, yeah, this is 18.04 Ubuntu. Select this. Configure instance, add storage, add text, name, dev server. Configure security group. We can use existing security group. Okay, any security group we can use. So, but here, so I want to configure Tomcat, right? So I want to configure Tomcat here, for which 8080 port should be open. Otherwise, it will not be accessible. So that is why you need to select Alt TCP security group. So Alt TCP 02.65535 enabled here. That is why I'm selecting this. Okay, you can select same way. Review and launch instance. I'm selecting existing key pair, which is available here. Test one key pair. I acknowledge launch instance. So this is our server, dev server. Yeah, now dev server is in running state. So copy public IP, select your server, copy public IP, open party session. Yeah, paste here public IP, go to SSH, authentication, browse, test key pair, test one key pair, open this, open. So Ubuntu default user, what is the default user? Default
Ubuntu
user,
only.
Ubuntu only. Yeah.
Ubuntu.
So increase font size, bold. Right. So now this is our development server. So if you want to change host name, normally you can change here. Host name you can change, right? So here sudo host name. I can give dev. Okay. Execute bash. Once you give this, it will be changed. In place of IP address, if you want to change host name, you can change. See here. This is a dev server, right? Now I want to install Java first here. So these packages I am going to install Java, Git, Ansible, and Tomcat, whatever packages required. I want to configure here. So this is development server. Okay. Now, first, before installing any package, we need to update internal repository. Every Linux machine will have internal repository. First, we need to update that. Sudo. So this is Ubuntu server, right? We need to use what is the command to update
Sudo.
or install package?
Sudo. Like Yammer.
Not M. So we have two types of families in Linux. Okay, I explain that first. So I'm giving ping google.com. Why I'm giving? To avoid session timeouts. If you ping like this, what will happen? Server will be busy. It will not give session timeouts. Okay. So I'll explain something here. So we have two types of families in Linux servers. Okay. So if any Linux admins are there, they will understand. Okay. Yeah. Two families are there in Linux. Okay. Linux families. First one is Red Hat family. Second one is Debian family. Debian and Red Hat. So in Red Hat family, what are the flavors are available? Any Linux admins? So in this Red Hat
CentOS,
family,
Fedora CentOS.
yeah, in Red Hat family, we have different flavors which are like CentOS. Next one ఏంటండి? Okay. Other flavors in Red Hat. CentOS, Amazon Linux,
Fedora.
SUSE Linux, ఇంకేమున్నాయండి? Other families, other flavors. CentOS, Amazon Linux, SUSE Linux, RHCL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay. So these are the flavors available in Red Hat family. Okay. And Debian family, we have different flavors which are Ubuntu, Fedora, AV Linux, GRML. These are the popular flavors. Okay, still we have so many flavors. So these are the popular flavors. In Red Hat, we have CentOS, Amazon Linux, SUSE Linux, and Red Hat Enterprise Linux. These are the flavors available in Red Hat family. So in Debian family, we have Ubuntu, Fedora, AV Linux, GRML. So in production environment, Red Hat family, we use RHCL and CentOS. We use widely. This RHCL, CentOS. In Debian family, we use Ubuntu. Most of the time, we use Ubuntu. Okay. So when we use Ubuntu, we use command here is apt-get to deploy any application. So when we use Red Hat family, we use yum command. Yum to deploy packages. Yum command is used to deploy the packages in Red Hat family. Apt-get is used to deploy the packages in Debian family. Okay, so these are the things. So when we discuss about Linux sessions, we'll go deep dive. Okay, so I'm just giving idea here because we are working on Debian server, Ubuntu server, right? So that is why I'm giving some differences here. Fine. Yeah. So this is our Ubuntu server. So once you ping this, if you want to stop the ping, Control Z to stop the ping. Control Z to stop the ping. Okay. Yeah. Now, so before installing packages, we need to update internal repository, right? For which command here is sudo apt-get update. So first we need to update the internal repository here. Now it is updated. So now I want to install Java. So first package I want to install Java here. Okay, Java, Git, Ansible, and like this. Okay.
So you can install root login or normal users.
Dollar means normal user. If you want to switch to root, you can switch. Okay. So dollar means root user. Hash means root. Dollar means normal user. So hash prompt means root user. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I am installing Java here. Sudo apt get install openjdk -8 star. So this is the command to install Java. Yes. Yeah. So Java is installed. So if you want to check whether Java is installed or not, so command here is Java space hyphen version. Yeah, Java OpenJDK version 1.8 is installed here, right? Now, so next one is I want to install Git. Okay, in this console sudo apt get install Git. Yeah, Git is already available. Space hyphen version. Yeah, Git is already available with the Ubuntu server. Okay. Next, I want to install Ansible. Okay. Sudo apt-get install Ansible. Ansible is installing now. So Ansible will install Python first. Ansible is Python-based application. So prior to install Ansible, it will install Python. Now, if you check Ansible space hyphen version, will show you Ansible version and also Python version. This is Python. This is Ansible, right? Yeah. So next one is I want to install one more package, which is Ant also available, right? Ant also you can configure here. So why I'm installing this? I want to show you something here. So while working on real projects, how to use AMIs, using AMIs, how to create instances. So we'll try to understand. Okay. Now, sudo apt-get install and yeah, Ant also installed. Yeah, this is Ant package, Apache Ant, right? So next one is Tomcat. So we install Java, Git, Ansible, and but Tomcat will not be available internal in this server. Internally, the package will not be available. So if you are unable to find internally, so we need to download from the internet. Okay. So any package is not available internally within that server, internal repository. So we need to download from the internet. Okay. So now I want to install Apache Tomcat, for which I need to go to browser, download Apache Tomcat. So this is first URL. Click on this. Yeah, this is Apache Tomcat. I want to download Apache Tomcat 8. 8 is stable version. So I want to download 8 version. Okay, select 8 here, go down. So this is the package. These are the packages. Okay. So I want to download this tar file into my Linux machine, right? So normally when you want to download it to your Windows server, just double click on it, it will be downloaded. So when you want to download into your Linux server, so how can we download? What is the command? ఎలా download చేయొచ్చండి? Any guess, anyone? If you want to download any package from internet to your Linux server, what is the command? Linux admins. Yeah. So right click on this tar file, right click on this, copy link address, go to your console, command here is wget, and paste that URL. Right click on this. Okay, just right click here. That URL will be pasted. See here. So this is Tomcat URL. So where we copied it here. So we copied right here that URL. Just right click here, it will be pasted. Command here is wget URL. Enter. Now it is downloading into your Linux server. If you check ls here, so this is our package. Okay. Yeah. So now this is in tar format. Okay. We need to untar this. First, we need to untar this package. Okay. So for which command here is tar space hyphen xvzdf space file name. Just type APA and use tab. Once you used tab, automatically it will take the full name. Right? Enter. Now it is untar. If you check now ls, so it is untar state, right? Now it is untar. Now I want to actually this Apache Tomcat we don't install. Okay, we just download into Linux Mission and we need to untar that and we need to start this service. Then Tomcat will be started. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you want to start this Tomcat, go to this folder, Apache Tomcat folder, cd Apache Tomcat. Okay. Use tab. Okay. Now, if you check ls here, we have some files and directories. We need to go to bin directory, cd, bin, ls here. So these are the files available. Some comments also available. Now I want to start Tomcat application here. Okay. To start Tomcat application, we need to use these two commands, shutdown.sh and the startup.sh. Once you shutdown.sh, startup.sh, your application will be started. Tomcat will be started. Okay. Now /shutdown.sh. Okay. Now again /startup. Just st type chesi, you can use tab. Just you can type 2 letters and you can use tab. That's it. Okay. Enter. Now it is Tomcat is started here. See here. Once it is started, you can go to browser and you can access your Tomcat application. So copy this server IP, dev server public IP, you can copy this. Go to browser, shift colon 8080. Enter. Now Tomcat application is accessible. Right? So this is the way we can configure application. Right? So now what we did here in our server, so we installed Java, Git, Ansible, and Tomcat also we downloaded and we configured. We are able to access Tomcat application. So this development server is fully configured now, right? So this server I want to convert into AMI. One image I want to take, master image from this server. Because so going forward, when we got requirement, so we can use this AMI to create servers, right? Yeah. Now what I will do? Yeah, this is my server. Yeah. So I want to convert this server into AMI. Server will be available, but I want to take one image, one master copy I'm preparing here. Okay. Yeah. Select your server. Just a minute. Before that, I want to check some images. If any images are available, I want to check here. So see here. These are the images. Click on AMIs. Nothing is available here. So AMIs are not available. Now what I will do? Go to instances here. Okay, select your instance. Go to actions. Select cheyandi. Select your instance. Go to actions. Image and templates. One option is there. Click on this. Create image. We are creating this server as a master image. Click on this image. Create image. Image name dev AMI. Okay. So description also you can give. If you want to give, you can give the same name. Fine. So click on, so add tag also. If you want to add tag, you can add tag name, same name you can give, and create image. Create, click on create image. So once you click on the image, so now if you want check here, image is creating here. Our master image is creating. So this is customized AMI. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so we need to wait 1 or 2 minutes, then it will be creating.
Sir, when you're creating image, there are options. Is there? We need select, sir. Options is not.
Yeah, so options, nothing is there actually. So single option only, image and template. First, yeah, we need to create image only. Don't need to select other options.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sir, when we start or stop the instance, the packages will be there or it will be deleted.
Package is different, instance is different. This is just master copy. Okay, so when you start in instance, nothing will be happen to image. So this is just image. Yeah, depending upon your volume size, it will take time. So done 1 minute maximum, 1 or 2 minutes. So now it is completed. It is available state, right? Yeah. So now our image is ready. Our master copy is ready, right? So now we got some requirement here. Okay, so our POC is success, or we got some new requirement for this project. Okay, so we required 100 more servers. So by the time creating instance is very simple, 1 minute job. But while working on package installations, it will take a lot of time, right? So that is why we convert into AMI, Amazon Machine Image. So using this AMI, we can create a number of servers within 1 minute only. With all the packages, so we can create a number of servers within 1 minute only using this AMI, right? So how to create, we'll try to understand now. Yeah, this is our AMI. Fine. Now, I got some requirement. So I want to create 100 servers now. Okay. So go to launch instance. Same set of servers, same packages, everything will be same. I want to create 5 servers, not 100 servers. We don't create 100 servers. We can create 5 servers. Okay. So now launch instance. Okay. So here, if you select any default AMIs, again it will come default AMI. We need to install packages again, right? But we require custom AMI. So for which we need to go my AMIs. Click on my AMIs. See here, this is our customized AMI, our own image. Using this, we can create servers now. Okay, select this, configure instance. So 5 servers I want to create, 5 instances at a time. Select 5 here, add storage. So default one you can keep, add tags. Tags also we can create later also. Okay, no need to create now. We can create later, or else, yeah, we can create later. Configure, select security group here, review and launch instance, select existing key pair here, acknowledge, launch instance. Now we are creating 5 instances using our customized AMI. So these are the 5 instances, new instances. So tag name, so we can give later also. So we can give dev1, dev2, dev3, dev4, and dev5. Fine. So these are the 5 instances we created. So these servers are in a running state now. So this is our base mission which we used in our project. So using this mission, we have converted into AMI. Using the AMI, we created 5 instances here. Okay. Now, so if you check this instance, if you log in into this instance, okay, you can get all the packages which are available on your previous server, right? So in this server, we have Java, Git, Ansible, Ant, and Tomcat, right? The same way, so if you access this new servers, okay, so this servers, all the packages will be available. Okay, let us go and check now. Connect dev server 1, dev1, copy public IP, dev server public IP. So dev1 server public IP. So this is our dev1 server. I selected this and copy public IP. So open partition, connect your partition, So same Ubuntu user, Ubuntu only username. This font size to check this. So here you can check Java -version. Java is available, right? So Git by default it will be available. And next one is Ansible. Ansible also you can check Ansible -version. Ansible also available with Python. Okay. And also you can check and-version. And also available. And also we have downloaded Apache Tomcat, right? Tomcat package we download, right? So if you check ls here, you will get that. See here. So this is Apache Tomcat. Now we try to access Tomcat application. Okay. So go and access your Tomcat application. So copy this dev server public IP. So yeah, this is our dev server public IP. Check here. Yeah, dev1 server public IP. Copy this. Go to browser. Paste here. 8080. Enter. It is not accessible. Why it is not accessible? Any guess, anyone?
There is not started.
Exactly. We need to start the service here. Okay. Yeah. CD. First we check bin directory. ls here. CD Apache Tomcat. ls here. CD bin. ls here. So we need to start the. We need to shut down.sh and startup.sh. /shutdown.sh /startup.sh. Now it is started on our dev server, dev1 server. See here, automatically started this. So when we started the service, it is open directly. So this is our dev server IP address 77.137. Dev1, yeah, 77.137, right? So this is how we can check. Okay, so we can check randomly one more server. So this is dev1 server. Okay, now
So we can like that 100 servers we can start manually, sir, these services.
Service also we can start automatically. So we have some script. I'll show you later. So you need to run the script. Okay.
Okay.
So if I explain you scripting also, you will confused. That is why. So we'll see later that. Okay.
Okay.
So one more server you can check randomly. So dev3 server also can check. Let's select dev3. Copy public IP. Open partition here. Test one. Ubuntu. Yeah. So this is a dev3 server. Okay. So now we can check. So Java version, Java space -hyphen version, Java hyphen only, not hyphen. Java hyphen version, Java installed. So Ansible hyphen version. So Ansible is available, and also Python is available. And hyphen version, and is available here. Now if you check ls here, see here Apache Tomcat also available. CD Apache Tomcat, ls here, CD bin directory, ls /shutdown.sh. You can start the service here. /startup.sh. Okay, it is started. Now we can copy this public IP dev3 server. Okay, copy public IP and go to browser, paste here, shift colon 8080 is the port number. Enter. Now it is open. Means what happened is they are able to access all the applications, right? So this is the way in real projects we perform the activity. So when we got requirement, so by the time we need to raise some change request, so we need to perform this activity. Change request means, so if you perform any small change, we need to raise change request in real projects. So change process, change manager will approve that request, and we need to schedule that, and we need to perform the activity. Any questions? Clear to you, everyone? As a DevOps engineer, we need to create infrastructure, we need to maintain the infrastructure. If it is startup company, we need to handle all these things. If it is big organization, so in our project, so we have segregated. Okay, so few people are working on cloud platforms, few people are working on automation and so on. Few people are working on Kubernetes, like that. Okay, so if it is small company, we have to handle all these things. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Like if Windows systems, like if each software license will be there, actually. If Windows means Linux means is free installing software. For Windows,
Yeah, Windows also we don't need to pay anything. So vendor will take care of all the licenses.
okay,
so you need to pay the bill for software versions and the packages and OS licensing. Everything will be taken care by AWS vendor.
Okay.
Sir,
Fine,
can you please explain about the Linux commands?
Yeah, Linux sessions, we have Linux sessions. Once complete the AWS, we have Linux sessions. In that, we'll go deep dive. It will take 3 sessions. Linux sessions, we have basic Linux sessions, 3 sessions. In that, we'll discuss Linux session. So, which commands you are asking?
Okay,
today's
sir.
commands?
Yes, sir. Today's command.
Yeah, today's commands. So simple commands we use, right? So like to deploy package, we use apt-get command in Ubuntu to deploy package. To check the package name space -- version. Okay. And if you want to untar the file, tar -xvzf file name. I'll show you the commands which we used. So this is session timeout happened. So just create duplicate session here. So if you leave ideally, so it will be session timeout. So by the time you need to open duplicate session, right click here, duplicate session, open duplicate session, and give the credentials. Okay. Ubuntu. So this is our server, first server. So here, if you type history, okay, you will get all the commands which we perform. So these are the commands. Okay. So first what we did here, sudo hostname space dev. So I change the host name here. Okay, to change the host name, I gave this command sudo hostname space dev. So then we need to give execute bash. Then only it will be changed. Okay. So ping google.com means normally when you want to, server will be session timeout, right? To avoid that, we use ping google.com. So after that, sudo apt-get update. Why we use this command? So every Linux machine will have internal repository that we need to update first, right? So after that, we install package sudo apt-get install openjdk-8 star. To install Java, this is the command. So after that, we check the version Java space -, version, right? Next one is we install Git here sudo space apt-get install Git. After that, we check the version Git space -, version. After that, we install Ansible sudo apt-get install Ansible. After that, we check the version, Ansible space -- version. After that, we install and package. Okay, so we check the and package version. Okay, so after that, we downloaded Apache Tomcat from internet. Okay, so for which command here is wget and package URL. We downloaded the package. After that, we untar the file. This is tar file, right? We untar this tar space tar space xvzf package name. After that, we move to this folder. So we move to bin directory. We stop the service. We start the service. These are the commands we use today. So these are the simple commands. So when we discuss about Linux sessions, when we work on Linux sessions, we'll go deep dive. So we have very advanced commands also, deployment commands, and basic commands, advanced commands, deployment commands. We discuss in Linux sessions. Clear, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
The party section without closing one option is there, sir. Automatically.
Without closing,
Yeah.
any option?
Yeah, option.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
the
option. You can open putty party section.
okay?
In connection is there, sir, right? Connections. Left side one.
Yeah.
Connections.
Connection. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Connections.
Click on that one, sir. You can select 0 is there, right? You can select 10 or 15.
I see.
Party section will continue like that.
So
you
if
can
you do
remove
10,
zeros. Yeah,
what will happen?
section will not close. You can continue.
Session will not be timed out, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So basically, I'm not Linux admin. So I'm good in
Yeah.
Linux, but I'm not Linux admin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. So you can practice up to here today. Okay. So tomorrow we will work on storage part. We'll start working on storage tomorrow. So what is EBS volume? How to create volume? How to attach to server instance? How to convert snapshot? How to expand the volume? So we'll try to understand tomorrow, which is very, very important, storage part. Okay, up to here, this is very basic thing. So this AMIS concept is simple, small concept, but it is very important. Okay. You can practice this. If you have any questions, you can post in the group. Okay. So tomorrow we'll work on storage part. Fine. So we stop here for today. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.